Si quieren asistir a este video en español, clic en el link en la descripción.
Hello everyone, this is Thales from Plugin, and today we're bringing you guys a 2024 Toyota Camry that we performed the calibration on it. Before everything else, I'd like to tell you guys that if you guys want to watch the same type of content in Spanish, my partner Fernando made this whole video in Spanish and the link will be on the descriptions. Also, if you guys would like, please leave a comment if you guys have any questions, any doubts, or anything that you want to add, because the intention of building up this channel is to create a community where we can help each other on this field, which is ADAS calibrations field that is increasing more and more. Because here in the US, I believe that 100% of the cars that are made in this year have at least one ADAS functionality. So please leave a comment if you guys want to engage with your community. We'll always answer your questions or your comments. Also, if you guys like this type of content, please subscribe to the channel. And please, if you guys like it, click on the like button. It will help us a lot. So with no more to say, let's jump into the video. So right here, just to clarify it first, this car, I did the pre-scan on another video, and on this video particularly, we will not bring you guys the pre-scan. But if you guys want to check a pre-scan, you can check another video that we made of a Toyota where we did the pre-scan and we did the whole process right there. You can check how you can do the pre-scan on a Toyota. Okay, for this one we will go straight to the calibration because I want to show you guys more steps throughout this calibration, which will be using the wheel clamps. Okay, so let me add advance. Oh, and while I'm getting through the video, I will advance some parts in order to make it more dynamic, because there's a lot of dead times that I'm not doing anything that is important or relevant to the video. So I will always advance when it feels like that there's nothing to add. Okay? So okay, I'm gonna advance this part. Okay. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I might be grabbing some stuff. Oh, actually, I was just explaining that we are doing the calibration on this car because we have replaced the windshield. So as you guys will see, there's two blue tapes on the top, and the blue tapes are used to keep the windshield at the right place while the glue dries. Okay. So, and then I'm gonna turn the lights on. And I'm sorry for the environment, but this is the place where we do most of our works on, and this is a ugh, third party place where they provide the space and we perform our calibration right there. This is also good to show you guys that you don't need a fancy shop to perform a calibration on your vehicle or on the vehicle of your customers. You can do it so in different types of environments and your calibration will still be done well. Okay? So let me advance this a little bit. All right, so I'm here, I'm getting the frame. Let me just put this a little bit more straight. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see better what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm gonna plug the VCI in, as you guys can see right here. This is the perfect spot, and this is my big nose right here. Okay. Then I'm grabbing the tablet. All right. So here I'm just explaining as I told you guys earlier, the windshield was replaced. And if you guys are wondering where the lens camera is located, it's right here in the middle top of the windshield, okay? Yeah, see? I'm explicitly pointing it for you guys. Thales of the past receives a thumbs up right now. Okay. So right now I'm gonna search for for when I performed the pre-scan, and that's the reason why that's always good to have a way of writing your files that are gonna make it easier for you to find the car that you are performing the job on again, or I don't know, later on in the future. Okay, so in this case, I had to go and check the license, and I could be able to find the car that, because I did the pre-scan like a few hours before, because the place to do the static calibration was with another car. So I waited until the point that I could perform the static calibration on it. So I had to wait a few hours. And in these hours, I calibrated other dynamic cars. So once I need to get back to this car, I will go search for the license plate so it make it easier to find it faster, okay? So I'm checking if this is the right one. I'm just gonna make sure. And then, like, first of all, I selected. Let me go back just a little bit here. So first of all, I selected each which car I've done. So here is the history panel where I show all of the cars that you have been working on. So here was the last car I've worked on, the before last, and then before. So I noticed that this one was a Camry right here. You guys cannot see it really well, but this is showing a Camry. So I clicked on this one. If you click on the whole square right here, you're gonna have access to another page, and then on this page, right on the top right corner, you will see a blue button saying diagnostic, and this is where you're gonna access the post scan menu. Okay, if you click directly on this little blue ball, blue circle right here, let's say you're gonna have direct access to this post scan menu. Okay. So, and then what I did is I clicked the square, and this is the top right button that I talked to you guys about. So, here is asking that if I access this menu, it's gonna override whatever post scan that I've performed earlier. As I didn't perform any post scan earlier, I'm gonna hit OK with no problem. But this is good for you guys to know, because sometimes when you go back from the pre-scan to the post-scan, maybe you already opened another job and you wanted to go back to the job that you are currently working, not the one that you worked on previously. And sometimes you're gonna like doing this fast, you're gonna like try to hit it, and this is gonna be the wrong car, and you won't want to erase any post scan that you performed on any car you've worked on. So this is a good pop-up to prevent you for doing something that you might gonna regret later on. Okay. So here I'm just gonna, like, as it showed, I just make sure that the license plate was the same. So there we go. I right now we are on the post scan menu. So here is the post scan, and right here is the ADAS calibration. So what I'm gonna choose is the ADAS calibration. So I typed this one wrong. I was on the rush maybe, but I will probably go back to the right place. So I went back and then ADAS calibration. Perfect. And then right here is saying that if there is any lights on the dashboard and you cannot see on the ADAS menu, you can have access to this through going to the control unit menu, okay? And then right here showing all of the ADAS systems that this 2024 Toyota Camry has. So what I'm gonna do is hit post scan, which was this button that I just clicked it right here, okay? Let me advance this part. Okay, I'm gonna advance this right here a little bit more. And let me see. Let me go back a little bit. All right, getting back to here. So now I'm gonna choose the lane departure, which is this first one right here. But if you guys don't know, always for each brand there is a different name for lane departure camera. So always look for an icon. There is two lanes and a car going off the lane to the right. Okay, this is the right icon for always for this type of feature in the car. So after that, you're gonna click on the little target right here to start your calibration. Okay, and here is asking why you want to do this calibration, and I'm gonna choose because the windshield was replaced. And then here is asking which tools you have to do measurements. Although we have both, I'm gonna choose tape measurement, but it doesn't have any interference on your calibration because the measurements will be always the same, only the tools that will differ, okay? And you guys gonna see that sometimes I'm gonna use both because I just choose either one. It's easier for that specifically situation, okay? So here is asking which target you have. We don't have this one-time calibration target, which has already the target placed on the three positions that it should be. We have the one that is just a small square that you can place on the first position, then on the second, and then on the third position. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna hit B. So okay, let me see. I'm gonna choose this one right here, and for this target. Then I'm just explaining here what I just explained to you guys. And this is telling about the surface level. So the car is not on any surface level, it's on the flat, on the floor. So I'm gonna choose that the car is on the ground. So oops, letter A, I believe. And then here is just a resume of all tools that you're gonna need to perform your calibration. So let me advance this part. Here's telling that you need a few more little space in front of your vehicle in order to perform this calibration. Oops. And then here is just doing some standard requirements for performing the calibration. If you guys want that we bring you this step by step and talk through these requirements, please leave a comment below so we can bring this type of video for you guys, okay? Let me advance. And here, first of all, it's telling me to set the frame on the origin position. What does that mean? Just because sometimes when you perform more than one calibration one after the other, you might gonna change the positions of the things of the angle of your frame, or maybe the position where it is or where the arm is. So this is always good to always remember to put back on the origin position when you are starting to perform a new calibration. So let me advance this part. So as you guys can see here, there is like two red lines here, so I need to line them up. This will have the arms right in the middle, and there is like two red lines right here, which are for the angle. We need to match this up as well, and also match this little arrow right here to this to these two red lines in order to have this laser right in the middle of the frame. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm bringing this one back and perfect. Okay, let me change. Oops, here. Okay. Oh, let me go back just a little bit. Okay, so now it's telling me about the distance that I need, and I need 1085 millimeters from the front bumper. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna measure this. For this, I'm gonna grab this white target because I'm gonna use the lace measurement. So I'm gonna place it right in front of the bumper. Perfect. And now I'm gonna do the measurements until I find the 1085. So now I'm like moving down the frame in order to the laser hits the targets where it needs to be measured. So let me advance this part. Okay, now I'm moving forward. And then, yeah, my hands are in front of the laser measure, but the laser is right here. I'm trying to adjust as more accurate I can. Okay, I was just checking if it was like centered to the car, and it was well because it will make easier to do the next step. So now I'm gonna bolt these two little bolts right here. There's two other right here where my knees are. Right one here and another one here. I'm gonna rotate this to the right side in order to fix the frame to the floor, okay? Okay, let me advance it. Let me move this. All right. So now the target is placed at the right distance from the car. Let me see. Here I'm my gonna be telling just the distance and everything that I just explained to you guys. So I'm gonna turn the laser off and grab my target. And right now is the wheel clamps step. So first of all, you're gonna put the wheel clamps on the wheels. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab the first wheel clamp, and let me advance this a little bit more until I walk back to the car. And right here is fine. So here I'm gonna place the wheel clamps on the wheel, on the right wheel first. Okay, perfect, fix it. I'm gonna go grab the other one. And then place the second one as well. Let me advance this part because you guys already saw the other side. And now I'm gonna point the laser from the wheel clamps all the way to the red ruler we have on both sides, okay? So, all right. See, in this one, I'm gonna point all the way to this red ruler that I have right here. I don't know if you guys can see, but right here is where the laser is pointing at. It's right here. See? Moving a little bit up. Perfect. Let me advance. This is just me adjusting to the right place. And I'm gonna put this back. So right now, what I need to do is to arrange the sides of the frame in order to this be placed right in the middle of the car. So the rulers will return me values and I need to match these values on both sides. So I'm having 160, I believe, on one side, or let me go back just a little bit just to make sure. Oh no, one side I'm having 60 and the other side I'm having 40. So I need to match this up. I'm gonna just like sum. So 160 plus, oh, 140 plus 60 is 200. The half of it is 100. So I need 100 on each side, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. For these, I'm gonna turn this bolt right here to whichever side I know is gonna move closer to the value that I'm looking for, which in this case is 100. Okay, I'm just explaining what I just talked to you guys about. And I don't know if you guys can see really well, but right here is the value. So I'm moving towards 100, and right here I'm in 100. And then right here I'm in 100 as well, right here, as you guys can see. So we're good. Now what I'm gonna do is that I need to arrange the angle of the frame according to the angle where the vehicle is parked. So now I'm gonna adjust this angle right here. For this, I'm gonna need to set up the mirrors so the laser comes to the ruler and reflects back to the wheel clamps, okay? And for this, I'm gonna need to move the frames a little bit down so it is on the same level of the wheels, of the middle of the wheels where the wheel clamps are installed, okay? All right, so I'm now gonna move this down. Then let me advance a little bit this part. All right. I'm gonna turn the mirrors. Oh, actually, open the mirrors. And then I'm gonna move, as I move it a little bit down, I'm gonna need to change the wheel clamp laser position a little bit down as well. So right here, I'm trying to adjust it so it points to the mirror right there. Oops, come on. Okay. Let me advance this part, so I'm trying to adjust it. And I don't know why this keeps pointing at me. All right. The other side, I'm gonna do the same thing, so I will advance this. Just trying to point into the mirror. And now, what I'm seeing is that, as you guys can see right here, the laser is going to the mirror and reflecting it back right where my legs are. So what I need to do is to move this back to the target so I can read the right value of the wheel clamps. So let me go forward. And then what I'm gonna do to adjust the angle is that I'm gonna use this bolt and turn it to the right or the left. As the laser is pointing more to this side, I'm gonna move the bolts to the right, so the arms will do like this, and the laser will change the reflection to go closer and closer to the wheel clamps. So that's what I'm doing right now, as you guys can see here. All right. All right. Perfect. I'm trying to get the right values, and I'm trying to check until the moment it hits the wheel clamps target, or the wheel clamps ruler, let's say. So here, as you guys can see now, it's inside the ruler, so I can have a better measurement. So as you guys can see here, now it's pointing back to the wheel clamps ruler. And then I'm reading something between 10 and 10 and a half. And on the other side, let's see. See here also the lasers inside the wheel clamps ruler. So I'm having something between 6 and 6.5. And then so we have like somewhere about 16. So we're gonna need somewhere about 8 on each side in order to have it well placed in the middle, okay? So let me advance it. See how calm I am? I mean, with my hands on my pocket. Easy. And then I'm gonna move it. I was trying to read from far, but it's a little bit hard. So here I'm saying, although you guys cannot see, but this is in between 8 and 8.5. And the other side, we have the same value. So perfect. The frame is well placed. It's in the middle from the arms on each side and with the angle as well. So we're good. Now we're gonna go to the next step. I'm turning the wheel clamps off. And let me change. Oops. Oops. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me advance this a little bit more. And then I'm going to the next step right now. Here is showing everything that I just did. So I'm just gonna explain what I already explained it to you guys. Okay, let me go here, then hit OK. And now it's telling me to use this frame that it's already on the on the big frame. So this one right here on the top is telling me to use it. It's already there. So let's jump this step. And then now it's telling me to grab the target. So I'm gonna grab the target, this one right here, 601/15. This is the nomenclature of Autel, but the look of the target will always be the same. So as you guys can see here, it's this two little black squares on the top right and bottom left, and the white squares on the top left and bottom right. So I'm gonna grab it. Here I'm gonna advance, and now I'm gonna put this on the middle position. Just moving this one to the side, and let me zoom out so you guys can see it better. All right, perfect. And then now I'm just gonna like put this exactly in the middle. Perfect. Next step is gonna be to to check the bubbles, see if it's leveled. So here I'm checking. This is right in the middle and this one is right in the middle, so we're good with the level as well. And then next step is to put on the right height, and the right height will be 1350 millimeters, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Let me advance this part. So here I'm just gonna always move this ruler down, touching the floor, and then you can measure the height you need. So this is just is me just moving it up until the point it reaches 1350, which is about here, okay? All right, so now looks like everything is already prepared for the calibration. Let's start it. Okay, now it's just telling me to do with ignition on and engine not running, but me and Fernando, with our experience, we already performed these calibrations on Toyotas with the engine running, and we got no problem. So if you guys want to do it, you can do it. But if you are just starting, always follow what is telling on the tablet, and you're gonna be good as well. Okay. Let me advance this part. And in this case, just as a shower case, I'm doing exactly what the tablet is saying. All right, next. And then it gives me the values that I just set it up everything before. Then I'm gonna hit OK. And then it's gonna start to perform the calibration. So here it's telling me to put the target on the middle position, which already is. So I'm gonna hit OK. I don't know if you can see here. Here's showing that it is already in the middle. So I'm gonna hit OK. And then it gave me the first sign, it beeped once, and it's telling me now to move to the driver's side of the vehicle. So let me change it. And also, what I'm pointing in here is that once I start a new calibration, there is a light on the dashboard telling you that there's an error with the lane departure. But don't be afraid, because every time you perform a calibration, your car is unlearning the previous calibration, learning a new one. So that's why the errors is on the dashboard, okay? Let me advance. I'm changing to the driver's side. All right, so now the position is on the driver's side, as you guys can see. And now it's asking me to put on the passenger side, so that's what I'm gonna do. 5 feet. Oh, and I forgot to say, but it's 550 on each side, okay? 550 on the driver's side and then 550 on the passenger side. Okay, I'm hitting okay. And now it's giving me the feedback of calibration successful, and the car will give you a feedback as well, beeping 5 times sequentially. So it's gonna do beep, 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 and then the calibration is successfully performed, okay? Perfect. And then the next step, I'm gonna take a screenshot from this calibration successful and do the post scan of this whole vehicle's functionalities. And then that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, please click on the like button. Make sure that you guys show us that what we are doing is good and you guys want to see more of it. And if you have any questions, any doubts, or anything that you want to add to our community, please leave a comment to us, and also make sure that you subscribe to our channel in order to keep on track with our videos that we are posting every single day. Okay. We also have Instagram accounts, so if you guys want to check a shorter version of this type of content, check out our Instagrams. My Instagram is Thalles Yuri underscore plugin, and Fernando's is Fernando Ramb underscore plugin. Make sure you guys can follow us there if you guys like this type of content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye bye.